Walk into any dealership and you'll hear the same pitch. This car is reliable. This car won't let you down. But ask a mechanic, the person who actually fixes these cars day in and day out, and you'll get a very different story. In 2025, there are several cars that dealers push as trustworthy, long-lasting options. They'll highlight the warranty, the tech, the fuel efficiency, and of course, the sales numbers. But behind the scenes, these models are racking up repair bills, facing major breakdowns, and keeping mechanics busier than ever. In this video, we're breaking down 7 cars that sound reliable on the sales floor, but in the repair shop, they're nightmares. Some of these may shock you, because even popular brands with bulletproof reputations have models that just don't hold up. Stick around, because the last car on this list is one mechanics warn against constantly, even though dealers still call it one of their most reliable. Nissan Altima. Walk into a Nissan showroom, and the Altima will be pitched as the ultimate reliable commuter sedan. It's affordable, efficient, and packed with safety tech. For many buyers, it seems like the no-brainer choice for daily driving. But mechanics know the truth. The Altima's Achilles heel has always been its continuously variable transmission CVT. While Nissan insists it has refined its CVTs, reports of jerky shifting, sudden failures, and expensive repairs continue well into 2025. Once out of warranty, a replacement CVT can cost thousands, more than the car's resale value in some cases. Beyond the transmission, electrical gremlins and flimsy interior quality make ownership less pleasant over time. So, while a dealer might call it dependable, a mechanic sees it as a ticking time bomb, with more visits to the shop than buyers bargained for. But Nissan isn't the only brand with a reliability illusion. The next car is a small SUV that dominates sales charts, but mechanics constantly warn against. Jeep Compass. Dealers love to call the Jeep Compass a reliable and affordable compact SUV with Jeep DNA. It's priced attractively and comes with rugged styling that suggests durability. But the truth is, the Compass is one of the most frustrating SUVs for mechanics. Underneath the sharp design, the Compass has chronic issues with its transmission, electrical system, and suspension. Owners frequently complain about stalling engines, failing sensors, and noisy steering components well before the 100,000-mile mark. On top of that, its build quality is inconsistent, with rattles, leaks, and premature wear popping up far too soon. Mechanics often say the Compass is a shop regular, a vehicle that just doesn't hold up under everyday driving. Dealers might pitch it as reliable and rugged, but the reality is it's a constant source of headaches and repair bills. Next up is a car that should have been a commuter's dream, affordable, efficient, and simple. Instead, it turned into one of the most disappointing, reliable sedans on the market. Chevrolet Malibu. The Chevrolet Malibu is still hanging on in 2025 as one of GM's mainstream sedans, marketed as a dependable choice for families and commuters. Dealers call it tried and true, pointing to its long history and modern features. But mechanics see through the marketing because the Malibu's reliability is far from bulletproof. The most common complaints revolve around the turbocharged engines. They're prone to oil consumption, overheating, and even premature failure. Transmission problems aren't uncommon either, with jerky shifting and slipping showing up earlier than expected. Add to that cheap interior components that wear out quickly, and the Malibu's affordable reliability starts looking more like planned obsolescence. For mechanics, the Malibu is a moneymaker because it shows up with a wide range of issues. For buyers, it's a trap, a car that looks reliable at the dealership but drains your wallet later. But the next one is even worse, because it comes from a luxury brand where people expect reliability, yet mechanics hate seeing it roll into their shops. Infiniti QX60. On the surface, the Infiniti QX60 looks like the perfect family luxury SUV. Dealers pitch it as premium reliability, blending Nissan's engineering with upscale comfort. But in the real world, the QX60 is notorious for mechanical headaches. Just like the Nissan Altima, the QX60 has struggled with unreliable transmissions. Even though Infiniti updated its CVT system, Mechanics continue to see failures that cost thousands. Beyond that, the QX60 has a reputation for weak suspension components, frequent electrical issues, and infotainment glitches. What really frustrates mechanics is that owners often bring these vehicles in expecting Lexus-level dependability, but instead face constant repairs. The depreciation is brutal too, making it a double hit, expensive to fix and quick to lose value. For dealers, it's marketed as luxury reliability. For mechanics, it's one of the most disappointing SUVs in its class. Hyundai Tucson. If you walk into a Hyundai dealership, the Tucson will be marketed as one of the most reliable compact SUVs on the market. Dealers highlight the long warranty, strong safety ratings, and sleek design. On paper, it looks like a no-brainer, but mechanics aren't convinced. The main issue is with Hyundai's engines. The 2.4-liter and turbocharged options have been linked to catastrophic failures, including knocking, oil consumption, and even full engine seizures. Lawsuits and recalls in the past raised red flags, and even in 2025, mechanics see these problems cropping up. Combine that with transmission complaints and occasional electrical issues, and the Tucson starts looking less like a forever car and more like a gamble. The long warranty gives buyers a sense of security, but mechanics know that if a Tucson makes it out of warranty, repair bills can add up quickly. Dealers may call it bulletproof, but those who fix them every day know it's anything but. And if you think that's bad, wait until you hear about the next car, a so-called reliable sedan from a brand that once dominated the reliability game. Volkswagen Jetta. Dealers love to pitch the Volkswagen Jetta as a reliable, affordable gateway into German engineering. They highlight its sleek design, strong fuel efficiency, and advanced tech features, often comparing it to Japanese competitors like the Honda Civic and Toyota Corolla. On the surface, it looks like a smart buy for anyone wanting a dependable daily driver. But ask a mechanic, and the story changes quickly. The Jetta is plagued with issues ranging from premature turbocharger failures to faulty sensors and electrical gremlins that leave owners frustrated. One of the biggest headaches is the automatic transmission. Many owners report rough shifting, hesitation, and costly repairs that surface earlier than expected. On top of that, routine maintenance is more expensive than rivals, thanks to the complexity of Volkswagen's engineering. Even simple repairs can mean longer shop times and higher labor costs. Mechanics often warn customers that while the Jetta feels refined at first, it tends to nickel and dime its owners over the years. So, while dealers proudly advertise the Jetta as a reliable, value-packed sedan, those who fix them know it's one of the trickiest cars to keep running smoothly long-term. But the last car on this list is the real shocker, because it comes from a brand with one of the strongest reputations for reliability. Yet mechanics see it fail far more often than people expect. Toyota CHR. Yes, even Toyota has a weak spot. The CHR, marketed as a stylish, reliable subcompact crossover, is one of those cars dealers push hard as a trouble-free choice. Buyers walk in thinking, it's a Toyota, of course, it's reliable. But mechanics have a very different story. The CHR suffers from underpowered engines that strain easily, leading to premature wear. Owners also complain about transmission problems, particularly hesitation and rough shifting. Add to that electrical glitches with the infotainment system and driver assist features, and you've got a car that doesn't live up to Toyota's usual bulletproof standards. What makes it worse is that the CHR doesn't even offer the practicality or performance to justify the trade-offs. It's cramped inside, lacks all-wheel drive, and drives more like a budget hatchback than a crossover. Mechanics often shake their heads when customers bring them in because they know the owner thought they were buying classic Toyota reliability, but instead ended up with one of the brand's weakest offerings. So there you have it, 7 cars in 2025 that dealers call reliable, but mechanics absolutely hate. From mainstream sedans to so-called luxury SUVs, and even a Toyota, these are the models that sound dependable, but often turn into repair shop regulars. The lesson? Don't just listen to the sales pitch. Mechanics are the ones who see these cars after a few years on the road, and their perspective tells the real story. Now, I want to hear from you. Were you surprised to see a Toyota on this list? And have you ever bought a car you thought was reliable, only to regret it later? Drop your story in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more car buying advice you won't hear at the dealership.